All right, this video is going to be covering all of the sniper charts, all of the charts that I use for the sniper system, how I personally set mine up. I've had quite a few questions, you know, how did you do this or how did you do that? How did you get this on your chart? And quite a few, you know, people asking if I could show them how I do it. So I'm going to go over that in this video. So I use mainly most of the sniper templates, what Apex has by default, but I do make a couple variations, a couple of different adjustments, I should say, but I don't go too far off. So this video is going to be covering exactly how I set them up, what little changes I do. So it's going to take it from scratch. I'm going to show you how to create your own template so you don't have to make all those adjustments again. And then, let's see here. So we're going to start from scratch. Obviously, you got to connect. You're going to open up, go to new chart. This is how you normally open up a chart. This is how I open a chart. Okay, so I go to NQ. We're going to make sure and select Apex Diagnostic. We're going to do the 10 tick chart first, okay? Here, we just make sure this says 10. Now, if you're on ES, you're going to do 8. So this setting, I'm not going to dig into the settings too much because you should know the settings that you should need. So we're just going to load for the purpose of this video. Today is Sunday, so if I load 2 days, that should be fine. Okay, make sure tick replay is selected. Let's go ahead and hit open. So it's going to pull this up. It's going to look like this, okay? This is not what we want. So, but I always do this just to have the chart up. And then I go to templates, right click, templates, load. And here's all the templates. You're going to have a bunch of these. I have a few like that's the ones I created, my templates. Okay. I'm not going to load one of those. What you're going to want to load is if you have the TA, the full trade assistant, you can load TA master sniper. All, that's going to be for NQ, YM, and RTY, or ES is for ES. Or if you don't have the trade assistant, you'll just go to Master Sniper All, or not Master, sorry, Sniper All, or Sniper All with alerts or without alerts. I like alerts, so we're going to load that one. All right, we're all loaded up. And this is, like I said, this is the 10 tick. Okay. So the only changes that I really do here is I like to go to, so you got to have the newest toolkit available. Okay. Make sure you have updated the newest toolkit. And if you go to deviation reversal, scroll all the way down on the bottom, right here under plots and value, hit that little drop down. I like to click this box here, match data series width. Apply. What this does is this is going to match your DR down here on the bottom to the bars. See that? So now I can see exactly where the bars are lined up with that. That's how I like this to look. Okay, let's see. Now, if you have the Lorax detector, you can load that too if you want to. So I also have the trade copier. Let's see here. Right here, Apex order prints copier. I put that on there so we can copy the order prints from the 30 tick. Now here, what I like to do is I want to differentiate. Make sure I differentiate the orders. Or I'm sorry, the order prints. Okay. So I like to go dotted and a width of 4. It's for the block orders. It's your I blocks. Same thing, dotted, width of 4. And then here for mini magnets, I like to do the same thing. It's already dotted, but I like to make sure, let's go 4. I want it to really stand out. 4 on both. Okay. And then paw prints. I want to make sure to show the paw prints. And then same thing here. I want to go dotted with a 4. I want it to really stand out. So I know that is coming from the 30 tick. Same thing, 4. And then ZOI settings. I want it to show the ZOIs as well. But here on opacity, I do 100. So I want it to be thick and differentiate from my 10 tick order prints. That's really all I do here on the trade copier, and I'm going to apply it, but we're not going to see any changes until I open up the 30 tick chart and load that one. Okay. So for now, that's that. Also, I like to go to oscillation detector. And right here where it says display type, this is where you have to have the newest toolkit. Okay. I like to select this one, ODD, HDD. And this is going to show you when it has ODD or HD. Okay. And I'll show that in just a second. Now this is completely, I don't really recommend this much, but I do this because I do not take the sniper trades. I take simplicity and LREs. My bar range, which are these lines over here, I adjust them, and this is completely up to you. Like I said, I wouldn't really recommend this right now unless you're kind of advanced, which completely up to you. So the bar range is this, the first line is your entry line. So if the bar was to close short, this would be 1 tick away from the bottom. The next one would be a bar down, and the next one would be a bar down. So that's basically where your profit target would be on a sniper trade. What I do is I go my second bar range. I do, see off range set in ticks, 5 ticks. I do 20 on the second one. And then the third one, I do 40. Because what that does is that's going to tell me 20 ticks and 40 ticks away. Because all my trades, I'm usually looking for 5 to 10 points, which is 20 to 40 ticks. So that gives me an indicator of what's in my way. Again, I'm not going to make that adjustment here because I don't really encourage it for everybody. So that's optional. Okay. And let's see. That's really all I change on this one. Yeah. And then if you're going to have the Lorex detector, all you do is just throw that on there. I don't have that on my NQ chart because it's really heavy when you have that on a lot of charts because it looks back on your other charts. I do have it on YM if I do a YM chart. So we're just going to leave it like this. That's really all the changes I make on my 10 tick. So let's hit apply. Let this load. Okay, we're loaded up, and then I like to zoom out a little bit. So I like to look left quite a bit, and you'll look something like this. Okay, and then once I have that 30 tick loaded, like I said, you'll see the 30 tick order prints on there. Another thing, this is part of my discipline, psychology, money management. I don't want to see dollars here. So I go to properties, I right click, go to properties. I uncheck show realized P&L. I like to display my trades and ticks. So I'm going to apply that. Okay. There we go. And then I have to also, on my 10 tick, this is where I have my tool that I created. My tick P&L tool. It's my money management tool. Set all your limitations in there. Whether you want to show your value in ticks, you want realized or unrealized profit targets, you set your loss limit, profit limit if you want to put one, flatten all orders once you hit your target, and give it 5 seconds, it'll disconnect from data. So you can't trade anymore, okay? Have that on there as well. All right, next chart. We're going to go to the 30 tick. New chart. We're going to do NQ. The only thing we need to change here is go to 30, Apex Diagnostic, tick replay. Again, for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do 2 days to make sure load times aren't too much. And there we go. It's going to open up a chart like this again. Now, what we want to do is load 30 tick plain all. That's what you're going to load. ES, you do ES. We're going to load that. Oh, by the way, let's see. Once you have your chart done, like for example, we're done with this 10 tick, right? So then you can right click, go to templates, save as, and then you can name it. Like I name mine my 10 tick NQ, whatever you want. Name it, save it. That way you don't have to mess with this again. If you ever have to rebuild your charts, just load a new chart, load your template. You're good to go. Okay, so now we're here at the 30 tick. Okay, same thing. I go to indicators. And deviation reversal. Same thing here. Go to plots, value, match data series width. Okay, I want that selected. I'm going to apply. That's what's going to give me this DR down here. Match it up with the bars. Okay. And then same thing for oscillation detector as we did on the 10 tick. Go to display type, ODD, HDD. Okay. And then bar range. I don't mess with that on this one. And then what we need to do is go to Apex Order Prints Copier. No, I'm sorry. Scratch that. I forgot. We do not put that. We go to Apex Order Prints. Apex Order Prints. We put a copier identifier right here because this is the chart we want to copy from. So I just put something simple like NQ copy. Okay. Deviation reversal, oscillate. That's all I do on here. Okay. We're going to load this. All right. As you can see, what that ODD HDD setting display does is it's going to show you when it's valid. So like here, we have a trend down, pullback, down, and we have 79% ODD. It's in a darker blue because it's high ODD. It is ODD, so there is some divergence there, but it's higher. If this was down like 40, 50, 30%, it'd be a brighter blue. But it's this darker blue because it's still ODD, just not extremely strong. Okay. And then HD, like here. A trend down, we got to pull back. 357% HD. That's a lot of HD, so it's a brighter red. If it wasn't that much HD, but barely HD, it'd be a darker red. Okay, that's what that's displaying. If I scroll back, see up here, 79% OD. That's all it's going to show because I didn't load many days. The other thing we're going to do here is we're going to go to right click, data series. This is what I do. I scroll down to show global drawn objects. I uncheck that because I don't want anything on this chart, on the 30 tick chart, other than order prints. I don't want my flux levels. I don't want walls. I don't want anything other than this, my order prints. So I apply, hit OK, and that's it. This is all I want to show on my 30 tick. And then do the same thing. Save your template. Save as. Okay. Go back to the 10 tick here. Scroll back. See, I'm trying to find. May have to refresh real quick to show the order prints. Oh, actually, I need to put the identifier. So once you put that NQ copy on your 30 tick, you got to make sure right here in order prints copier, write the same thing. NQ copy is what I put. Oh, make sure that's checked too. Make sure all these are checked. Block orders, mini magnets, pause, NZOI settings. We want to make sure all that's checked. Okay, so let's apply. Let this one load. And as you can see how it's loading in, see how it has the thicker ZOI? This is more, you can see through it more. This one's thick, the opacity is 100. That's coming from the 30. Okay, we got some dotted lines in there. So you can see it differentiates. Okay, one thing on the pause, on the copier, let me backtrack that a little bit. I don't put a dot, I put a solid line. And the reason why is because my dynamic magnets that I load, those are dots. Let me refresh this again one more time. And that should be it on the 10 tick. But you could do it however you want. This is just what I do. See, now you can see the solid orange line. That's a pawl from the 30. Right here, pawl from the 30. The dotted black is a mini magnet from the 30. So here, let's go to here. You can see this thin orange line is a pawl from the 10. This is a pawl from the 30. Right here, ZOI from the 30. Right here, ZOI from the 10. So it differentiates itself clearly. Okay. As you can see here, pulls up, pulls back, goes back up, 65% ODD, darker blue. Okay, down here we have HD. It's a bright red, more HD. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's a 16% OD, which is very, very low. Right? So that's what you want. The lower the better. So that one, that's why that one's in that type of blue. Okay? All right, so now we're done with the 10, we're done with the 30. Now we're going to open up another chart. I have 4 total charts that I watch. We're going to go to Apex Continuum chart. This is going to be my 50 tick. So we go 50-50. Okay. This doesn't use order prints or tick replay, so you can leave 5 days or however many days you want on that. It doesn't matter. We're going to open that up. Bring that over here. Okay. Now here you're going to go to templates, load. And what you want to load is going to be JS favorite continuum. Okay, load that. That's what it's going to look like. Okay. The only thing I do different is So first of all, I like the black background. So I do change the background to black. Go to right click, properties. Black. So I like it like that. And then the only thing I add is I go to indicators and add the deviation levels. Now this is up to you. I don't have opacity zones. So let me show you what that looks like. So if you add them, so you have the line and then you have these little zones. Those are the opacity zones. You can leave them if you want, or you could take them off. That's up to you. I personally don't like them on there. I think if you go to 0, I think that's how you get them off. Yeah. So just go to 0 on those if you don't want them. Seeing look, you'll just see the line itself. That's what I like. Or you can have the zone. Up to you. Okay, so that's all you do here. That's the only thing you do. You save your template. Same thing here. On all my charts, I don't want to see my P&L right there. I remove that, just like that. Okay, now we have the 50 tick. All right, and the last is, well, the last of the trading charts. Simplicity. Okay, we go to NQ again. And then here we're going to go to a second chart, 30 seconds, no tick replay. You have to have 5 days on this one, no less, no more. We're going to open that up. Now, first of all, I want to remind you, you have to have the instrument, okay? You have to have your instrument. VXN, VX, whatever it is, VXN, VXD for YM, whichever chart you have to have the instrument loaded. Okay, for the CBOE indices, you should know that though by now if you're loading the simplicity. Okay, so I load my 30-second chart. Go to load template. And simplicity NQ. We hit load. Okay. All right, we're all loaded up here. This is what it looks like. Now what I do is go to indicators, right click, go to indicators. And we're going to go to Apex, order prints, copier. Same thing here. We're going to put NQ copy. And I do the same thing as I do on the 10 tick. Okay. I like everything to match across the board. Going for this. The same thing we did on the 10 tick. So make sure block orders are checked. We're going dot and 4. Mini magnet dot 4. Okay. Click show paw print. This one, solid 4. Solid 4. ZOI. Opacity 100. All right, so that's all I do there. Now I also add the Apex institutional zones, which is going to be right here. Apex institutional zones. Double click, add that. Don't make any changes to this. Okay. And So this is not part of Apex, but I add market just opened. Right here, price band LRE. And if you go to my website under trading tools, it is there. It's going to be there. Price band LRE. That all that does is just put a little line there to let you know if you're 2 points away from the solid line. Okay, you can actually see ticks above or below the price. 8 ticks is 2 points. This is optional. Other than that, that's all I do. So we're going to apply and let this load. Okay, load it up. And now you have our simplicity exactly how I normally have it. Okay. And this is that price band LRE, this little solid line above and below. So if price pulling back and this black line gets to that solid line, then you know you're within 2 points. And that's it. Save your template here. And that's all for our trading charts. Now you should also have your dynamic magnets and flux levels. There's nothing special I do about these except I just change the colors. I change the colors to the dynamic magnets. I just make them a little bigger and make them dotted, a dot. And then the flux levels, I just make them pink. That's the only changes I do, and dotted. The only changes I do with those. So I'm not going to go through them because those are simple, and all I do, like I said, is change the colors on those. So that's all I do with my charts. And yeah, just follow that if you want them like that. But otherwise, it's not much that I do different from the standard templates. And then just make sure you load your templates or save your templates. That way you can reload them. And then once you're done, whatever workspace you're in, just hit save or save as if you're creating a new one. And that's it. Hope this helps some of you. It's pretty basic, just a few different changes. And yeah, that's all. So hope everybody has a great day. Take care and trade well.